My fellow Storytime Adventures viewers, welcome! Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to take this opportunity to thank you for voting for me and for electing me as your President of the United States of... That would be really cool, though. Imagine if you were President of the United States of America, wow, you could do so many really cool things, and it would be so great, and I would definitely be very patriotic and be like, yay, go America, go USA. But there might also be some kind of pressures there, and a lot of tough decisions that you might have to make too. I'll have to think about that. But the name of our book, because we are actually reading a book today, you're not just voting for me for president. Although if you do want to vote for me for president, that'll be kind of cool too. No, I'm just kidding. The book that we're going to read today is called If I Were President. If I Were President, written by Catherine Stier, illustrated by Diane DeSalvo Ryan. Imagine that. Well, not I, but imagine if you were president. If you were president of the United States, what would you do? Would you like the job? Would it be fun? Would there be tough parts too? Well, you know what? Let's find out. Let me move my presidential podium just a tad closer here so I can be able to show you the picture so you can kind of enjoy the book here. So, if I were president, let's see what happens if I were president. Oh, look at this. It's the presidential seal. Look at that. Wow, fancy schmancy. E pluribus unum. I've heard that before. You know what? I wonder if I was president, maybe my Mr. Pomel presidential seal would be in quick check, we trust. No, maybe not. Anyway, let's see. Ooh. Well, there's some information here. I'm going to start here. Kind of has a fancy looking document there. Kind of looks like an old famous document, but let's see what it says. Two United States presidents, George Washington, the first president, and Abraham Lincoln, the 16th, are honored each February on President's Day. Oh, President's Day, that's kind of around now. That makes sense. President's Day, that's where we honor them, or we kind of remember all the great stuff they did. But who is the President of the United States, and what does the President do? The President is leader of the country. Unlike kings or queens, presidents aren't born into the job. The people of the United States choose a president every 4 years. They vote for the person they want to run their country. But the president does not run the country alone. Oh no. According to an important plan called the Constitution, written more than 200 years ago, a group of people called Congress make the laws. Other people called judges explain the laws. Some of the president's work is probably fun, such as handing out medals or flying to a meeting in a private jet. But most of the time, the president works hard and must think about serious things, like how to spend the country's money and how to get along with other nations. The president helps make new laws and leads America's fighting forces. He, or maybe someday she, is also the leader of their political party, usually the Democrats or Republicans. The Constitution says a person must be born a citizen of the United States and have lived there for at least 14 years to be president. A person must also be 35 years old to hold on to the highest office in the land. That's it. Perhaps someday you may choose or be chosen to take on this very important job. Will one of you be president someday? That would be pretty amazing. I would be very proud of you. But let's see what happens. Very interesting. So, if I were president of the United States, it would be great to be president of the United States. If I were president, that means after a big campaign with speeches and posters and TV ads, the people would have chosen me as their leader. You chose me. You want me. You like me. You really like me. Years of planning and hard work would have prepared me for that day. Well, on this page, there they are. That's probably the person's helpers, kind of their advisors and things. But then on this page, wow, that looks really fancy. I see a whole celebration. And oh, right there, I'll get close. I think there she is. There she is, being elected and being inaugurated as the next president. That's like when the president becomes official. If I were president, I'd promise to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, because that would be my job. And look, there they are. That's a very official ceremony. She has her hand there on that book. Her other hand is up and she's pledging to do the best, because that's what presidents do. They do their hardest work, their best job for the country. Then I'd move to a mansion called the White House with more than 100 rooms. And I'd have to remember my new address, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. Imagine living in the White House. Wow. Oh, she looks happy. She's waiting. Oh, she got her bike. She brought her bike with her there. But imagine living there. Wow. I'd be a little nervous. If I were president, I could go bowling or visit a movie without even leaving my house. Imagine having a movie theater or a bowling alley inside your house. Wow! I'd have my own chef and could eat whatever I wanted. I could even have 2 desserts every night. Wow. Well, look at that. There she is at the movies. Looks like she has her presidential popcorn there. And, oh, a little furry friend next to her. Oh, and some special people. Oh, look at them. They look very serious behind her. I think they're protecting her, making sure she's safe. And then over, oh, look at that. Wow. That personal chef looks amazing because look at that delicious food. Ooh. Ooh, I'm kind of hungry there. Ooh, that hamburger looks kind of yummy. Wow. Pretty cool. 2 desserts every night. If I were president, I'd start work early each morning in the Oval Office. That's the president's office. Although I'd try to do what's best for my country, not everyone would agree with my decisions. That's got to be tough. If I kind of think like, ooh, I think this is the best. I really feel like this is the best thing to do. But other people say, no, you're wrong. Ooh, that might be kind of hard. Like, it kind of hurt your feelings a little bit. I mean, because you're trying, you're doing your best job. But I'd get help making those decisions from a group of people called my cabinet. Oh, okay. Well, here, there's that cabinet. Cabinet looks like a whole bunch of people kind of helping. They work together to give advice and kind of figure out what the best thing to do would be. And then on this page, kind of scratching her head there thinking, what am I going to do? I don't know. There's lots of papers there. It says vote yes or vote no. What am I going to do? Oh, there's papers on the floor. Look at this paper. Oh, and there's even a little puppy there. Oh, the puppy says vote no. Maybe should we take the puppy's advice and say, no, we're not going to vote for this? Is that the best thing for the country? I don't know. If I were president, the people would be my boss, and I'd have to find out what they wanted. It wouldn't be easy. Different people would want different things. And look at this group of people. Lots of different people. I see young people. I see older people. I see men, women, kids, all kinds of different people from different places, parts of the United States. They all want different things. Ooh, that would be kind of tough. If I were president, I'd be in charge of the armed forces, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard. Ooh, kind of being in charge of that to make sure our country's safe. And look at this, they have their presidential salute there. Look at that, all standing proud, standing tall. Oh, and the president saluting back with the puppy. Look at that, wow, in charge of all of that, wow. If I were president, each year I'd give a speech to Congress called the State of the Union. It's kind of like how things are going. All over the country, people would be watching and listening. I'd talk about how our country was doing and suggest ways to solve our problems. Well, that makes sense to kind of give an update, like, hey, here's what I'm doing, here's what I'm trying to do, let's work together, we can do this. If we work together, we can do it. And look at that big fancy room there. Wow. That's where the president, there she is giving that State of the Union address. Lots of very important government people But if you look kind of around the edge there, oh, look at that. Somebody else is watching it there on TV. And on the bottom too, because the whole country is watching it. They couldn't fit in one room, but they can watch it on TV. Imagine creating laws for a whole country. That's something Congress and I would work on together. I wouldn't want to do that totally by myself. That would be hard. Congress would present bills which are ideas for new laws. If I didn't like an idea, I'd say no. That's called a veto. But if I agreed, I'd sign the bill and make it a law and say, you know what, that's a good idea. And here, oh, yep, that's a good idea. Shaking the hand there saying, yep, I agree. The idea you came up with, that bill, we're going to make it a law. If I were president, the agents of the Secret Service would guard me. Everywhere I'd go, they'd go too. Ooh, because they have to protect you, keep you safe. So that Secret Service... Look at this picture. I'm going to do this. Show you first. Well, there she... Oh, look at that. She's on like a ride somewhere. It looks like a teacups ride, kind of spinning around and having fun. And let's see if those Secret Service people are having fun too. Oh, they don't look like they're having so much fun. They're looking like I got a little bit of a tummy ache from spinning round and around on that ride. Maybe that's not their favorite ride. Glad they have their seatbelts on, though. Everywhere I'd go, they'd go too. I wonder if they would really go with me everywhere. Anyway, let's see. If I were president, I'd travel in my limousine or in my own private airplane. Do you know what the president's airplane is called? Any ideas? I'll give you a hint. I'll give you the first part. The president's airplane is called Air Force. Did you get it? It's called Air Force One because it's like number one. Like that job is such an important job. Air Force One. Wow. I'd meet with the leaders of other nations. Maybe together we could work to improve our world. Oh, I like that. Kind of working together with countries from all over the world to try to make the whole world better. And look here. Look at that. Oh, bowing as she's meeting and visiting with different leaders from different countries. I think that's the Secret Service behind her. And then there's even some photographers there taking her picture. Wow, meeting all kinds of different leaders from all over the place. You got to be able to work with everybody. If I were president, I'd comfort families that had been in an earthquake, hurricane, or flood. Then I'd help them rebuild their towns. Ooh, that's a tough one. You know, a hurricane or a flood or even a tornado or something, that could be a really bad thing. So you want to help them feel better and try to help them, put things back together. Yeah. Oh, those people are looking a little bit sad, like they kind of had a tough time, but hopefully she'll be able to help make them better. If I were president, one of my favorite jobs would be passing out medals to people who had done brave deeds. Wow. Kind of rewarding people and saying, you were amazing. You deserve a medal for that. Wow. That's a very cool part of the job. Must make you feel happy to be able to kind of congratulate somebody. If I were president in the spring, I'd toss the first pitch of the baseball season. And in winter, I'd light the nation's Christmas tree. Wow, lighting the nation's Christmas tree and tossing the first pitch in baseball. Well, there, right there, passing that first pitch, or tossing that first pitch, I should say. And then on this side, wow, look at that beautiful tree. I love it. So pretty. Makes me think of that holiday season again. Pretty cool. If I were president, my words and picture would appear in newspapers and magazines all over the world. Even my dog would make headlines. Ooh, look at that. Well, here, there's different people all over the world looking at newspapers, looking at all kinds of stuff. And I guess their picture's in there. And now here, oh, my dog. Oh, look at the dog. Oh, look at that. The dog had puppies. Oh, look at them. They're so cute there. Look at those little puppies. Oh. And they even have a little bone there set out for the dog. And oh, Oh, and look at the newspaper. It says, President's dog has puppies. Oh, but the newspaper didn't say how cute they are. They're so cute. Anyway, let's see. If I were president, the house I grew up in would be famous. People would ask my mom for a tour of everything, even my treehouse. Wow, look at that. It would become kind of like a museum. And look, whoa, there's all kinds of people walking through there looking at all the important things, all the famous stuff there. And wow. And what do those signs say? Oh, I guess looked out that window, watered these flowers, took out this garbage. And then on top there it says, slept in this room, climbed this tree. Wow. Swung this bat, hit this ball. And look at that. It says, hid in here, because that's their treehouse. Wow. All that stuff from when they were a kid, I guess, is going to be famous. If I were president, the people could only elect me twice. That's 8 years altogether. Then I'd have to find a new job and a new house. Soon, a new president with different ideas would move into the White House. But just like me, the new president would work hard for the good of the country. I really like that. So interesting. So a new president with different ideas, but they're still going to work hard because they're going to do what they think would be best to try to help the country. So even though people can disagree, they're still trying to help and they're still trying to make the country better. How about that? That's pretty cool. I like that. Well, and there they, look at that. The Secret Service people, they're looking sad because the president their time is over. But then over here, look at that. Passing things off to, I guess, the next president. To work hard for the good of the country. If I were president, they might someday make a statue of me. Let me imagine a statue of me. I like that. Like the white marble statue of Abraham Lincoln in the Lincoln Memorial, or the president's heads carved into Mount Rushmore. Or someday my face might show up on the country's money. Did you know President Lincoln is on the penny, President Jefferson is on the nickel, and President Washington is on the $1 bill? Ooh, imagine my face on money. Well, there they are. Mount Rushmore, look at that, all those famous presidents, and yep, there she is there. They added her face there too, pretty cool. And then on this page, there is that $1 bill. I see there President Washington on there. I see there's the nickel, there's the penny, and what is that? Look at that, that's her on a bill. And how much money is that? Is it $2 or $10 or $5 or $20? Nope, it's a lot of money. Yeah, I would definitely be on money that's worth really a lot of money. How about that? And who knows, someday I just might be president of the United States. Is it possible? It sure is. It is. And look at that, kind of dreaming a little bit and thinking, feeling very patriotic. There's the puppy. Thinking, someday I just might be president of the United States. Well, I love that, but my question to you is, someday, are you going to be president of the United States? You could do it. It's definitely possible. You're going to have to work hard, though. But if you want it, and if you want to do the best, and if you want to help your country, I think you can do it. I would love for you to be president. I would vote for you, I promise. Well, that was If I Were President. I love it. That's a great book. Imagine if you were president. Such a cool thing. But that was our book for today. And before I go, very important message I do want to say, today's Storytime Adventures reading was approved by President Pomel. President Pomel approves this message. But that's it for today. I will see you until next time. Maybe we'll have some more presidential readings. We'll see. Anyway, that's Mr. Pomel from Storytime Adventures signing off. Until next time, I will see you later. Have a wonderful and presidential rest of the day. See you later. Goodbye!